An interracial couple? Can't people just like date their own race? Howdy. Well, Russ here.
And Chris.
If you guys are not subscribed, please subscribe if you want to. This is our third video we are filming today, so we are really pumping the videos out.
Pumping them out. And we're about to react to Wendy Joseph, an interracial couple.
There's finally interracial, like marriage and stuff, because what year did it like actually become legal?
I don't know, but it was illegal for a long time. Long time.
I do want to look up that fact. That's our one fact for today, our Google search. 1967. Interracial marriage in the United States became legal in 1967.
In all 50 states.
And there was a few states before that it was legal.
I was born in 1962.
Why don't we watch 8 questions all interracial couples get?
Are you in an interracial relationship?
What? I know why you like this video.
He's hot.
You're caught.
She's twerking.
Dude, she's beautiful, man.
So this couple, I mean, she is gorgeous and he's dreamy. I mean, look at those eyes. I mean, if they end up becoming a permanent couple and
have little babies,
they're gonna be gorgeous babies.
Still one of the most sexy men I've seen was a black guy that had blue eyes. I was like, he was definitely a mix,
yeah.
But I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
They both have like clear skin and it's beautiful. It's like shiny in the right way.
And
like just glows beauty. And just, they're like immaculate. It makes me feel dirty. Dirty and stinky. I
think they do a little bit more prep before they do a video.
Yeah. Me, it's like, where's my hat? Oh,
I mean,
put the tank top on from yesterday. And the day before.
She's really taking care of her hair. Look at his hair. You know, it's got this like this sheen to it, and it
looks good.
over, and it looks good. He's dreamy. I mean, he's like looking at it, like,
And she's like that too.
She's like that too.
So the first question is, how does your family feel about your partner's race?
They don't care.
Yeah, no.
Plain and simple.
They don't really care. We were raised in very diverse communities, so it's really not a problem.
I understand that question because there's definitely families that do care.
Yeah, I mean, there's families. I mean, I grew up in Alabama. You know, interracial couples at that time, boy, they had a hard time. You know, I remember situations growing up where there was, you know, a white woman with a black man, and, you know, eyes rolled and things were said behind, you know, it's like, I'm like, what does it really matter? I wasn't strong enough, because I was a kid then, you know, I wasn't strong enough to like say what I really thought, because I thought everyone was going to think I was weird. Like the kids were always picked at, you know, people was like, you know, the in-lover type of thing, and I just always hated that. And it's one of my big regrets in life. I was always too much of a little white chicken, you know, to stand up for them.
Yeah, your own things. You were trying to like...
I was hiding my own, yeah.
Yeah, you were gay and you were trying to like hide that already, so yeah.
Yeah, so I was like trying to hide that, and so it's been one of my big regrets in life is like I didn't have the balls to like stand up for them and say, you know, like...
everything happens for a reason.
Why do you care? What does it matter?
It's what you do now, and you would not do that now.
No. I would stand up for somebody now. Now we can say what we want to. Now we can say what we think.
You learn and you grow and you become a better person.
Yeah.
Question number 2.
You're dating a black person, or for her, a white person. Are you worried about the stereotypes that come along with that?
Yeah.
How white people view black people, how black people view white people. It kind of banks off that family question. How your friends and family see you.
Yeah.
Like, are they like asking you, like, are they like kind of like talking shit on the side? Like,
Yeah.
but no.
No.
Again, it wasn't really a thing for us.
I know.
We didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were really lucky.
Yeah.
I was never way judgmental when it came to interracial couples or just anybody that was a different race than me, because I had so much inner hate for being gay that I liked everybody else. I thought that a lot of people hated me because of me being gay. I thought the church hated me. I thought my family would have hated me if they would have known. So I was not about to start hating somebody. I had sympathy for people that were different.
Like
I don't want
sympathy or support or what?
It was a mix. It was sympathy for when they get picked on.
Yeah.
But definitely support. You know, I wanted people to be themselves and be comfortable being themselves, and I knew that there was nothing wrong with being another race.
Did you have a lot of self-hate?
Yeah.
Okay.
The next question is, would it be easier to just date your own race?
That's a really weird question
That
because
is a
it's
really
like saying like, hey, do you not want to follow your dreams? It's like, hey, do you want to like stay inside of a box instead of a house? It's like, what do you mean?
But yeah, like he said, would you just not follow your dreams because of what everybody else said?
Again, for me, that wasn't a thing that filters through my mind.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess people do think like that, though.
It's a valid question. Yeah, something like this in a church that I went to in Alabama. One of the things that like really pulled me into the church that I first saw was there was a young white man and a young black woman that they were together. And I had not really been in a church before where there was an interracial church congregation. It's like, well, this church is cool. They have, you know, African American people, black people, whatever, in the church, and they even like have an interracial couple. This is a cool church. I can deal with this, you know. But then later, this young couple stopped coming, and years later, after I'd even like stopped going to the church, I found out it wasn't really as what I thought. They were together, but families on both sides ended up encouraging them not to continue the relationship. And I was like totally bummed about that because you could tell they were in love. I mean, you know, they were like this couple. They were both beautiful.
Next question.
But think of the children. Aren't you worried they will be bullied? No.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it depends on where you're from, but we don't want to raise our children in an environment where they would get bullied for being mixed, you know? And I had a lot of mixed friends growing up and they weren't bullied. I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why our parents are good parents, because they raised us in communities where it was very diverse and everybody was really, you know, like friends with each other and got along. So yeah, so we're gonna try to do the same with our children.
I've definitely noticed a difference now than when I was a kid, because when I was a kid growing up in the South, rarely did you see like a white family with a black child or vice versa. And I've noticed, like, especially when we're down in Wyoming, for some reason, you see a lot of families, you know, both parents are Caucasian and there's a black child that has been adopted, but it's like, cool. You know, they didn't like, I've got to have a white child.
There's not a lot of black people in Wyoming, but
I know.
You actually do see it, and it seems like, especially in like Casper, Wyoming, black people are just more integrated for the most part. I guess you don't have like the ghetto, you know, or anything to like try to manipulate what your view of like a whole race is.
Yeah, there's not like a different section of town.
There's not really a different section of town. It's just all kind of integrated.
Yeah.
You might have like a poor and a rich area, but it's all mixed.
I'll read this one. Do you only date insert ethnic group? I get asked this question so much, like, do I only date white guys? But no, I don't care. Dan just happens to have white skin, I think.
Actually, interestingly enough, we're all a shade of orange.
Oh.
Did you know that? So the scales and hues and pigments and so forth are all different shades of really an orange color.
Look at that.
So we're all really orange.
Yes. So yes, I do only date orange people.
See, I didn't know that.
I think a lot of times people have like a sexual type. There's a difference between physical attraction and just being friends with somebody. And it doesn't mean there can't be an exception. It just means they like what they like. I mean, I have no problem with that. If you only hang out with or treat somebody with respect as a certain ethnic group, I think that's bad. But I think there are types.
Yeah.
It's just like me liking older. I still like younger gay guys to hang out with, but I am attracted physically to older gay guys.
This is your turn, right?
Can you help me find a insert race boyfriend girlfriend?
What is this? What did that become? An interracial dating website?
You can't buy people.
No, they just have to go to like one of those dating sites and plug all that in.
I ain't got no type.
You ain't got no type.
Bad bitches are the only thing that I like. Which bad bitches are a type?
It's irony in the song.
Yeah.
Next question. 7. Don't you get frustrated not being able to express yourself in your own language? I would say, being that I'm Haitian, I still do all of my whatever culture stuff that I'm used to doing. I don't care, and I think you appreciate that. So, no, I don't get frustrated.
I love all different types of cultures. That's why I like traveling and stuff like that. You get to I love seeing how other people live their life. I think it's really interesting, or what they believe in, the foods they eat.
That's not necessarily a racial thing. That's more of just like a country thing.
Yeah.
Because you could be a French American or from France, and you have two different languages.
Yeah.
That's not really a racial thing. I didn't know if she was Haitian descent, so she's actually from there. Oh,
I'm assuming if she's Haitian and he loves traveling, I wonder if he traveled to Haiti and ended up meeting her there. It'd be interesting. They've got to have a video out there about how they met. I mean, it's an obvious video.
Last question. Ooh, this is a good question. Do people stare at you when you go on dates?
I think we realize we get stared at
Yeah.
In different types of ways. There's different ways. It's kind of like, oh, just like maybe like a guy checking her out is one type of stare. People looking at us together and thinking that we're a good-looking couple is a different type of stare. But then people looking at us and going like, what is this black person doing with this white person?
Yeah.
The world is coming to an end.
I mean, an interracial couple? Seriously? Like, why? Can't people just like date their own race? Clickbait.
Clickbait.
A lot of these questions are basically built off racism and stereotypes.
Yeah.
So like, just try to like notice those that we all put up, and then they're a lot easier to come down.
Yeah.
And you never know. You might be blocking someone that might be the coolest person in the world.
Yeah.
Find the beauty in everyone.
Yeah.
It's always there.
I'm your hype man. I'm like, yeah, yeah.
I would stare at them.
I would stare at him because I'd be thinking, he's yummy and she's gorgeous.
People are gonna be like,
whoa, they are beautiful. Like, they're both models. Like, whoa. Yeah.
I mean, I'll never experience what they're going through, but I respect them and they are beautiful together.
Yeah.
It would be hard for them not to make beautiful babies because they're individually, like, they're both very beautiful.
Yeah.
I can't really experience what they are going through. I've never dated a black guy to actually know what like my family would feel. I'm pretty sure my family would be supportive because they love you and you're older than my mom and my dad.
Yeah. Yeah, for me growing up, had I been attracted to someone else of another race, I still just don't think it would have been accepted. I don't know what would have happened. Would they have had to come around? I think my mom would.
We think, but we don't know.
Yeah, I think. But you don't know, because there are families where that happens and the family doesn't come around. Or it takes them a long time to realize, this is a person. That's all they are. They're a person. Even after I moved to Montana, there was a whole big issue back close to where I lived. I mean, a school was burned down because there was going to be a black and a white going to a prom.
So yeah,
And the whole school was burned. I don't know if they ever even found out exactly who did it, from what angle, because it could have been from both sides, there's several interracial couples on YouTube. That's got to be a positive, for people watching.
Seeing the interaction between them and the love, because you can see the love.
They glow.
Yeah. They're beautiful.
They're beautiful.
They're easy to look at. Make sure to subscribe to Russ. Russ?
And Chris,
Love you long time.